Okay, Samuel, this is more of my acting stories because it was quite an adventure. And I'm not really meant to be an actor, but it was fun while it lasted. And one of the more interesting experiences I had, there was a play called Bobino. And Bobino had been a pretty popular Broadway show back in the 1930s. And the cast had included some people who went on to become very famous, like Marlon Brando and Elaine Stritch. And so I was, there were some producers, kind of a little bit on the sleazy side, I guess, but they decided they were going to do a production of Bobino. And when they were doing some auditioning, um, our mother took John and me to audition to be in Bobino, and we sang and acted a little bit, and we were both chosen to be in the play. And we were going to be changing down at some point, but at least at the beginning, I was going to be the lead, this boy named Bobino, and John was going to be my understudy. So we were going to, be, and it wasn't in a Broadway show. It was an off-Broadway theater called the York Theater on the Upper East Side in New York. So we started practicing, and I learned some songs. I still remember one of them. Are you ready? Lily Pop Poo and Lily Poppy, Easter bunnies on a Christmas tree. So that's all I remember, and it's the rest of it was pretty forgettable. So it was a very low budget production, and John and I didn't get paid much, but we had fun doing it. I think I know I did. And we were going on every Saturday. We would perform. We would give a performance. Once, two performances every week, and it got a little. The director was a little nervous at the end because the night before it was our dress rehearsal. The night before we were going to open, I was out there and I couldn't remember about half of my lines. And this guy, this poor director, was really scared since the opening would be the next night. Um, but I came through, and I remembered all the lines on our first night, and everybody said I did a pretty good job, and we had a little bit of a party afterwards, and it was a lot of fun. And this went on for a little while, a month or two. I'm not sure what they were doing to market it, but we didn't get very many audience members. I remember once there were two people sitting in the middle of this big theater, a man and his son. And so we asked them, I said, if we give you tickets, could you come to the next performance in a few hours? So it didn't break any records or create any buzz at all, but it was a wonderful experience, and um, then it encouraged us to go on. So we John and I would go and audition for some plays, um, and some of them were on these big Broadway stages. I remember being on one stage. It had like three big turntables, so that you could have people turning around on the middle of this on the stage, and they're going back and forth. So it was a huge play, a huge theater, and I was singing "Luck Be a Lady" from Guys and Dolls, which wasn't very appropriate, but that's okay. And the pianist was sitting way off by the curtains on the side of the stage, and I had to walk into the middle of the stage to start singing my song. So first I checked with the pianist on the piano, and he played, okay, this is the first note in the key that you're going to sing this in. But by the time I made it over to the middle of the stage was so big, I forgot I forgot the first note. I'm a pretty good singer, but I don't know if it was nerves or what, but I really blew that one. So after a couple of trips back and forth to get my first note with the pianist, I heard a voice from out in the middle of the theater. Okay, thank you. Next, and that was the end of the audition. So I guess that's one reason I did go on and study acting later, but I think that's the reason why I didn't do it that seriously. I was just trying to have some fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story of Bobino, and if you ever get the urge, what have you got to lose? Try acting. I'm sure you'll be a great one. Take care. Love to your mom and dad, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.